Welcome school, welcome back to another video. If you're hearing any weird sounds like boom boom, that's a thunderstorm going on out. Whoa. Jumping into the video, I am just going to give you the rundown of what's been happening and everything. I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram. Most of the questions that were asked, when I took a look at them, covered most of everything that I wanted to tell you guys. In between answering those questions, I let you guys know what is happening. Let's start with the first question, asking me, where have I been? Literally, I've been doing life, working and going to school, and it's a hard thing to juggle, especially when you're not getting the same amount of hours in a day as a regular full-time student, because that issue is hard. Also, someone asked me when I'm going to graduate. I'm supposed to graduate next year, April, which will be the end of my last semester. But given the coronavirus situation that's going on, that's not promised anymore, because I might have to do an extra semester or something if classes that I need to take aren't being offered in the summer. Then that just leaves me staying in school longer than I want to. Someone asked me how old I am. I am 25 years old. Someone asked me if I'm still living in Canada. Yes, I am still living in Canada, and this is kind of like my home now. I still love Jamaica. I'm still gonna go back to Jamaica and all of that, but this is where I'm building my life. So there's a few questions that ask if I still live in the same apartment and if I still live on my own. Currently, right now, I am with my parents because I gotta save that moolah for when I'm ready to purchase my house, which I'm actually in the process of working out, and plus getting rid of some unwanted debts that are hanging on my shoulder. It's nice to be around family, and I am truly grateful that in this situation where we have to work from home and stay home, I am doing it with my family. And I think it would suck because in previous times when I lived on my own and I was like extremely sick, there wasn't really anybody to take care of me. So as you can see, obviously that answers the question that I do not live in the same apartment anymore. I actually moved out shortly before I went to Europe for 2 months, so it never made sense for me to keep paying that high amount of rent. I actually took time off from work, so I wasn't getting paid for the time that I went to go learn French. I do have a few snippets and vlogs of when I was moving, and I'm not even sure if I want to edit and upload that. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded or recorded a apartment tour. I beat myself up for that because I could have done it, but I'm such a perfectionist that I was like, it's not ready, it's not how I exactly want it to be. So I never got the chance to actually record one, which I apologize for. Sorry. If you weren't doing YouTube, what would be your side thing? I'm not sure what my side thing would have been. Okay, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades. Like anything I put my mind to, I can do it. So it would probably be anything random down to knitting. Like I kid you not. YouTube is something that I thoroughly enjoy, and as you guys know, I always come back because I can't live without YouTube. So yeah. Is chopping the only solution for damaged hair? And honestly, it depends on what type of damage you have. Normally, you have to cut your hair if it's heat damage. You'd have to cut your hair if you're experiencing some sort of breakage. You have to assess the ends of your hair. Split ends is kind of inevitable. You can just do things to slow down the process of split ends, but once you're manipulating your hair, you're gonna get split ends. And the best way to maintain healthy ends without split ends is to do trim. Routine overload, I consider that to be a type of bad damage. You just need to treat it with like moisturizing treatments, and that goes the same way your hair is overly moisturized. You just have to treat it with protein treatments. So I not necessarily, just depends on the type of damage that you have. Next question, why did the cow jump over the moon? Come here, don't ask me foolishness. Tips on learning a new language, and where can I learn French online for free? Tu veux apprendre le français? C'est génial, c'est bien, c'est bien. I suggest that you watch shows in French with French subtitles. You probably want to start off with English subtitles first, as well as reading French books and highlighting words that you don't know and looking the meaning up for them and try to use them in a sentence. I also use Memrise, which is a learning app like Duolingo, which I find very good because they have spoken French clips that you can also learn from, and then it quizzes you, and that's how you're gonna learn. Because once you learn a word and you just leave it alone, it's not something that is being practiced, which practice kind of instills memorization. It does come with a paid subscription plan. However, you can still use it free with just like Wi-Fi or your data. Always practice. Try to learn new words every single day. Try to speak French. If you can get a pen pal and speak French with your pen pal that's from France or a French-speaking country, that could also help. I speak to some of the friends that I've met personally in Europe still. You can also listen to French podcasts and French music, as well as French news. Like, surrounding yourself in French will help you learn French. And honestly, I think you need to understand the basics of grammar, because I feel like that's the most important part of French. It's completely different from how you form English sentences. A huge major part of French is vocabulary, and once you get the grammar down and sentence formation, I feel like it's easy to learn more with French. So that's the only thing I have to say. So lastly, a lot of people have been asking most of the questions that I got were actually surrounding me being married. I got married about 5 months now, and a lot of you guys didn't even know I was dating because I kept it very down low. It was just something very private to me and something that I wanted to enjoy solely on my own without any outside chatter. Like, I don't want to give you guys anything more to say rather than just congratulations. So it's not that I was keeping it a secret, I was just keeping it sacred. You guys will eventually see him, but I'm not just gonna come on here and be like, hey, this is my husband. No. And possibly you guys have seen him in a previous vlog. I'm just telling you, if you want to go searching, that's your business. With that said, somebody asked me when did I meet my husband, and we met when I was around 17, before I left Jamaica. We've been friends and close ever since, but we never pursued a relationship with each other. But something happened and here we are. So somebody asked, after moving to Canada and now basically settling, what are your top 3 regrets and top 3 likes being in Canada? Let me start with the likes. All the opportunities that Canada offers. I love the sense of security. There's just like a sense of freedom. I don't know, like, I enjoy living in Canada. I don't really have regrets coming to Canada, honestly. These are probably the best years of my life. I learned more about myself than I did when I was in Jamaica, and that's just a given. I was growing and I'm getting older, so it's not really more so of a sense of being in Jamaica or being in Canada. That's it for the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A life update situation. If you have any other questions, you can leave them down in the comments, or you can save them for when I'm going live. Okay, so that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to bust a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.